Welcome everybody to the 24 hours of Nurburgring top qualifying 3, the final qualifying session for the big boys. We've got 12 cars fighting it out for the top 12 order for tomorrow's race. Now, there apparently was a draw that was just done to draw the positions of where they start in this qualifying session.
Walter Hornung is
Didn't even know this existed, but
on the following position.
They pull the envelope, then they open it.
And third position.
Anyways, we'll just see where everyone comes out, I guess.
Cars will be waved off by our race.
Now, apparently, they get 2 laps each, is what I've told. So, unless anyone can explain to me how top qualifying 3 works better than that, the commentators said 3 laps.
The Nurburgring Nordschleife.
But yeah, people just shooting on in this morning in top qualifying 1. Lucas Hour qualified them in the top 20 to get them through to top qualifying 2. Then Max Verstappen qualified in the top 7 to get them through to top qualifying 3. And now Denny Junkadea will hop in the car for top qualifying 3. Why is Max not in the car? It's because Denny is probably the more experienced and faster driver of the team. So he is doing top qualifying 3. And I assume he'll probably start the race tomorrow as well. Unless they have another strap.
Car that's not in the top 12.
Who do you think will get pole Ponden? I think it's between Verstappen Racing, so Daniel Junkadea. I think Kevin Estrie. I don't think he's actually doing qualifying, but Kevin Estrie's team of the Porsche 911. Christopher Haas's team in the Audi.
Pushed it a bit too wide, maybe taking a bit too much.
I'm missing someone.
That bounced the car to the left out into.
They're kind of like the big 3 that I know of. But then there was heaps of different people doing good laps in top qualifying 2 and 1. So who knows? Who knows?
In containing the car within the circuit,
but also there's traffic.
Bounced over to the right-hand side then for
there's a timing of when you come out.
Engel was out on the spot.
Yeah, Lambert looked very good. There was like Aston Martin and the Fords were also putting some good laps in. So we'll see. We'll see.
But we've seen big stars fall out in qualifying.
Yes, so this happened in top qualifying 2. The Mercedes number 80 of Engel and Stolz crashing, so they're not in top qualifying 3. They're going to be starting way down in the race.
As he decelerates, just knocks into the barrier again, and then the car spins and goes backwards. But then it's his reaction, because he knows precisely what he's done. Thumping the steering wheel, because that car, as you say, could very easily have been in the top 7.
Incredibly, for pretty much the rest of the session, just watch the right-hand curb here. Just clipped it, and it kicked the car. I think he clipped it with the right rear, not with the front. And it just kicked the car sideways, and there's no run-off to the left at the end of the Hudson back there. And for the rest of the session, it looked like he had handed his team car, the Verstappen.com Winward racing car, handed them the fastest time, because Max went through. Yeah. He was ahead of him when that happened. Max went through to a pretty clear run. Not Max's
Yeah, I don't think it was
fastest
from the curb. He was kind of already lost the car
minute.
before the curb.
But everybody behind was losing 20+ seconds in
When
the
did Stroll race?
zone.
Dude, Stroll should have raced in his Aston Martin.
Recovered, but excellent
Redeemed
work
himself.
by the
Should have redeemed
marshals
himself from
meant
Paul
that we were
Ricard.
given just over 4 minutes. Now, you can't do a lap of the Nordschleife in 4 minutes. I hear you saying that. You are shouting that at me.
There we go. They're coming out.
At the moment, as the cars come out for the Fast 12, if you will, TQ.
So how does this work? So do they come out one by one? Do they come out all together? Do they come out when they want?
Grand Prix circuit, and either come back into the pits or go around. And that's what Chan Guven did in the Manthey Grello 911 car. They kept him out.
Do they come out in groups of 2?
Kept him out till, 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, right now we've got car 16 and a Ford Mustang. Got another Ford Mustang coming out. They come when they
took off the set of Michelin
satisfied, right?
Why was he
Got a
doing that?
Lambo
He was
coming out.
burning off Total Energies.
The 911 is not got any tyres on right now.
Getting the car lighter, because you're not allowed to refuel between those sessions.
Yeah.
They then banged on a new set.
There's so much to learn, man. There's so much to learn.
Preheated slicks, and off he went. By the time he'd done that, Nick Yellerly was already gone. He hadn't been circulating. He did do 1 lap of the Grand Prix track, and then was the first car, therefore, onto the Nurburgring Nordschleife in what became, unintentionally, a 1-lap shootout.
There's car 3.
And Yellowly had been
Daniel
quick
Goudet in the car.
in the second half of the lap. Once he'd got past the Engel car on his first flying lap, he was quicker than anybody else, but he'd lost that 20-odd seconds.
Is this
So
the
he was
first
never
time
in the
ever
middle, and he was
Nurburgring 24
4
hours is
seconds
sold
away
out?
from
I thought it was just the
qualifying
3-day
third.
passes that
We
sold
needn't be
out.
worried about
Or the
Yellowly,
Sunday passes.
'cause
Oh,
he
here we
put in
go.
an absolute
Danny.
stormer.
When
Coming
you consider
out.
that was his second flying lap as well. So
Come on,
he was
Danny.
The first one as a sighter to work
Let's
out
get
where
pole
some of
here.
the damp stuff still was, but then to do
Start
an
the
8
weekend
minutes
off nicely.
10.485, and you remarked to me at the time that the 5th sector that was already in his hands as an absolute best, he then went even quicker. We
Faster,
thought this is
yeah.
going to be a real special lap.
Where's the
It's
camera?
interesting how they've selected their
Why are the
drivers
cameras
at the
so
Red Bull
delayed?
team at Lamborghini Huracan squad. There are only 3 in that pro car. Nicky Katzberg did top qualifying 1, so that eliminates him from 2 and 3.
second
Nick
gap
Yellowly
between every
goes
car
in
to
for the
prevent
second
traffic,
run.
right.
It has to be
And what the
Marco
order-
Mappelli, therefore,
what's
to
the order
do
based off
the
of?
final
So, like,
run. And I'll remind you, that
last
each of
is the
top
best place to
qualifying
start, I assume?
sessions must begin with
Wait,
a car
what's
on
better,
a full
first or
tank of
last?
fuel.
Correct.
First
These
to
are
avoid
very, very heavy cars
yellows
for
or
just
last
2
to
laps.
get as much track evo?
Maximum of 2 now. Hello to Ica in Spain, tuning in.
None of the onboards were on
the
for
first time
Q3,
to the
really?
Nurburgring 24 hours, rooting for Grello.
Alright, well, guys, someone let me know if the onboard comes on, and I'll
30
hide it
years
for
of
now because it's taking up so
Manti.
much of the screen.
20 years of Grello?
Honestly, just
that's
luck of
about
the
right, yeah.
draw.
Yeah, think so. All of the Grello cars, or a selection of.
And the
I think half a
onboards
dozen
were
Grello
on. Oh,
cars
over that.
are in
Tommy
the
Prining, pole, I'm
fan
ready.
area, just behind us and to
Apparently, this is the
our
first time it's
left.
sold out.
Cars
Interesting.
coming out to do a
Was Forza Horizon really good?
sighting
Yeah, I was
lap
enjoying it. We're going to play some
of
more
the
after
Grand
this.
Prix circuit, and
Big
then
stream
they'll
today.
line up in the starting
Remember, guys,
order. This was drawn
Basically, this
at
time
random.
tomorrow, we will be live for the 24 hours of
So
Nurburgring.
they
I'm so
should
excited.
line up in this order.
It's gonna be a good
HRT
stream.
Ford Racing.
First time streaming for
Two
24
cars in there.
hours
First
since,
is the number
I don't
67,
remember
he
my
will
last
go
24 hour
first.
stream.
Frederick
2021?
Vervisch for
2022?
that Mustang. He'll be followed off by the Manti
fair, I won't be
Grello
awake for the full 24 hours,
911
but-
Porsche.
And it's 10 years of 10 years
10
of
years
Grello,
Grello.
30 years of
Yeah,
Manti.
thank you.
If I wasn't going out the night before and
It's Thomas Prining.
I didn't have Canada the next
Austrian
week,
Porsche
I
driver
would
there.
probably try to stay out for the
Then
full 24.
Danny
But
Hunkadea in the number 3
this is just
Verstappen.
ass, bro.
Racing.
This is a
by
protein
Winward Racing.
juice. It's so like,
There's no
milky.
consistency about that, how that car is.
but it tastes like
referred to.
juice.
So if you hear us calling
Maybe
it
it's the
both,
flavor as well. To be fair, it's
on the
mango
official
flavor.
list
Mango
here,
flavored
it is
stuff can
down
be
as
so
Winward
hit or miss.
Racing. And the official list
I
for
also am a
this
big
session,
GT3 fan and couldn't get
but
into
it
Forza
is
Horizon 5 and missed that
Verstappen.com,
career mode.
KCM
I mean,
will
it
be
just feels like
fourth
Forza Horizon
up.
5. You
That's
spawn
another
in,
AMG,
they give you a bunch of cars,
He's a good lad to have
a
in
bunch
your
of
back pocket,
waffle.
isn't it? This end out,
You
right.
know, it's kind of
At the end.
same old,
Team
but
Red Bull
just different
in,
map.
Abt, Luca Engsler.
Oh yeah, should we do?
Lamborghini
Let's do.
number
Should we do
84 will be
predictions?
fifth.
Let's do
Halfway
predictions.
through, realised
Yo, why is he
Condor
stopped on the grid, bro?
Racing with Rinaldi, the only
Oh.
Ferrari
Wait, what?
GT3 in the race,
They haven't started yet?
296. Sorry,
I'm
the
confused.
499 there. You might have had enough
Where
damage if you've been in the 499.
Will Verstappen
The
Racing
45 car goes off sixth.
qualify?
Seventh last year's winners, Rafi
First,
Marciello in the Rover
second,
Racing
third,
BMW. M4
fourth,
GT3 Evo, the Huracan GT3 Evo 2,
fifth,
another Huracan,
sixth,
Red Bull Tina Abt, Marco Mappelli in the number 130 car,
eighth,
excellent livery on that car.
ninth,
Valkenhorst, Aston Martin in the Vantage GT3, goes off in ninth position for the number 34. The Franz Conrad Racing Lamborghini,
predictions
the
are up.
third Lamborghini.
Where will
Who would
Verstappen
have bet
Racing
that
qualify?
Lamborghini would have been the most numerate in the top 12. That wasn't on my bingo card. The number 7, Conrad blue car, light blue car, 10th position. Penultimate car off the line.
Okay, so this is
will
the
be
order.
number
So
64
Verstappen Racing's coming out
HRT
fourth.
Ford Racing, Mustang GT3 Evo, Frank Stipler behind the wheel. Said before, he knows this place.
One lap from stand and then one
Absolutely
flying right.
incredible records here. 3 times he stood on the top step of the podium and jumped in with both feet to this HRT Ford Racing program when it was announced. Share Sport PHX will be the last car out in the Audi. Not in the first flush of youth, the R8 LMS GT3 Evo 2, but still a competitive car.
How many teams is Red Bull sponsoring? So they got 3 teams. They got Verstappen Racing.
PHX, the old Phoenix Racing.
They've got
They keep
the Porsche 911,
particularly
which
in
is
the hands of Chris Haas.
Red Bull branded because
Where's
Kevin
your money,
Estra
Chip?
is a Red Bull athlete. and then the Lamborghinis,
Are going to sort of
Red Bull
eliminate
backed.
them one by one. I don't think Audi's quite got enough, although I'm intrigued by the sector times that had already put the 16 Share a Sport PHX car into this final session. Ford have intrigued me just based on their top qualifying 2 pace to have one of those cars.
Oh, Guben's Red Bull athlete as
Where
well.
did they end up in the end? 4th fastest for Arjun Maini in TQ2.
That was but when we're talking about good laps, that was a great lap because again,
Yeah, that's the Red Bull Lambo.
was on it immediately.
Yeah. I mean, 5 cars separated by a second in the end.
Top
in
12
very
fighting for
changeable
pole.
conditions. In fact, both Fords
Hell for
in
us!
the top 5 places. 3-minute board now being displayed.
Clear the grid, helpers aus, so all the helpers to leave.
I agree with you in that, you know, did anybody expect to have 3 Lambos in the session? And does that then tell us that it is a quick car? I mean, clearly they're consistent.
Yeah, I swear Lambo
across
were throwing
all 3 machines.
for
and they're
BOP.
in
They looked
different-
so
well,
quick, and then
two
they just kind of
different
fell
teams,
off.
2 entered by Red Bull team at.
How does BOP
the other
work,
is
man?
the long-standing
I know it's
number
balanced
7 entry
performance,
from
but like,
Franz
how does it
Conrad
even
and
work?
Conrad Motorsport for it'll be Maximilian Paul to drive that car, but I have a feeling that the 2 Red Bull cars are going to be a smidge faster than that. We haven't really seen what the realised Condo Racing Ferrari has got to offer, because bear in mind, even though that was eligible to
There's
do
a
some
change this
laps
morning.
in
They
top
made
qualifying
Porsche
one,
and
they
Ford a
worked
little
hard
better.
at it.
They add
It was
weight
one
to
of those
VOT.
to
What?
break into the top 20.
Well, I mean, I know that's how
I don't
like
think the
BOP works, but how do they
84 Lambo
calculate it? Because
ran
like,
at all
couldn't
in
you
top
just
qualifying
throw?
one. If it did, it may well have just done a lap or 2
Predicting around
on
P.
the
I'm
All
predicting
Pro
around
circuit, but
P5
84
max.
we
Lambo,
haven't really
Ford,
seen
Audi,
the
even
pure
Porsche
pace, and that
so
was-
fast
we
in
remarked
quality.
at the time, a bit of a strange decision.
Yeah, I
Surely
mean, based
we'd
off
want
of
to
top
have at
qualifying
least
1 and
some
2,
current
Merc
running
does
of
not
how the
look
track is
that great.
today. You can't discount Grello in the 911. You certainly can't discount. Let me attempt to get the name of this team right. Mercedes AMG, Team Verstappen Racing, and the Winward Racing prepared car, particularly with Spanish driver Danny Juncadella at the wheel. So it's, I'll give you 3. 911,
Yeah.
the 3 Mercedes, and what sort of area are BMW in this year? Let's go for the Rover Racing BMW of Raffaele Marciello as defending champions. But that's the trophy we're
Okay,
fighting
that's
for
the
today.
commentators' top
The
3.
Glickenhaus Trophy
He's
for
got
pole
he's got
position.
Verstappen
and that has been
Racing,
a long-standing
Porsche
trophy with
911,
everybody's name
and
on it who've won it through
one of
the
the
years
BMWs.
since I think 2016.
How long does this qualify? I think it's an hour.
Glickenhaus put an SPX car on pole position with, was it Fernando Leza who did that lap?
Yeah, not a bad shout.
Hello to
Yeah, 1
Harry
hour.
Chandler, tuned in before the usual Friday afternoon bike ride. I still think this is the absolute best qualifying format of all the big races. Tweaked a little bit this year, but
If
I
someone
do
goes
like
under
this.
8 minutes, they
It's not
add weight.
exactly single car
What's the
qualifying, but
track?
it's as close as you
What's
can get on
the
a
qualifying record?
10-minute lap, 9-minute
What
lap.
is the 24-hour
He's the Red
Nurburgring
Bull Lambo in a
qualify
Red Bull
top?
livery. The 130 is not.
qualifying
It's in a very
record?
fetching green colour, isn't it? The car that Nick Yellerly put into this session. And hello to James Hazen as well. Long time no tweet, he says. Managed to crawl out of bed in time for the top qualifying 3 session. Some F1 fan co-workers pulling for Verstappen. So go number 3, whatever it takes to get them watching endurance racing. It's a fair point, well made. And hello to all of you who, like Max, are N24 rookies. Learning about a new
Guys,
form of
someone figure out
motorsport
what the,
that
like,
is
track record is or
fundamentally
whatever.
different in every way. It's motorsport.
Well, not track record, but you know
not
what I mean.
as you know it. If you've only been watching F1, I always say
We're off.
different forms of motorsport, and particularly these 2 that we're talking
Like,
about
what's
here.
the
It's a
GT3
bit
record?
like saying
Like, if someone gets the
soccer
time, it's
and
like, yo, that's the
snooker
record.
are the same sport because
Like, what are
it
we looking
involves
for? What are we
balls
aiming
going
for?
into nets.
Here we go.
I suppose
Daniel
that's right,
Kadea.
yeah.
But the difference between
He is off.
this form of motorsport
Okay, so this is the
and
15-second
Formula 1
gaps.
it is honestly
That's
it is a
over 8
different
minutes.
sport.
There are
Wait,
lots
so
of different ways to compete.
maybe you guys
in
asked me before, but I didn't
motorised
read.
vehicles at the
We're
end
not
of the
saying
day.
Is it
anyone's
better to be
better.
first or last
You have to come
in
at
this qualifying? I assume
with
last
with
for
an
track
open
evo?
mind, with no preconceptions, forget about all other forms of motorsport, even endurance motorsport fans. You guys who watch Le Mans, you know you cannot bring your Le Mans brain, even an 8.5-mile track at Le Mans, you can't bring your Le Mans brain here to the Nurburgring Nordschleife. You cleanse your mind. Take all the memory out and reset, because that's what this place is.
The other thing is that we've got two very different ways of going qualifying as well, because
No
whereas
different
in the
track, in my
past we've
opinion.
had a
I'd say last two if nothing goes
shootout,
bad.
single lap
Depends
or
on
double lap
instance.
qualifying to then get you into the next stage of double lap
Rafael
qualifying.
Barciello.
That was a more conventional.
So this is
top
the
qualifying
last
session.
year's
I think
winner. That's why they're
everybody
rocking the
goes
number
out
one.
for 30 minutes, 40 plus cars.
MLS
nearly
record is
50 actually by the end of it.
749.5
All
done
trying to get
2022.
a
Wait,
quick
what?
time, whereas
Last year
now
Max
we're
hit the
doing
whopping
qualifying where you're
751
on
to
your
take the
own, You're
record.
hoping not to see another car out
How the
there,
fuck are
although
we
it
like
can
20
happen if
seconds
one
off
has a
then?
problem. You get the Nordschleife to yourself, and that is an incredibly rare treat these days.
Oh, the 130 mark
Mickey
on the
theme.
penalty car's just rolled off, and it's
Why does his name sound familiar? Where do I know
very
him from?
green, reflective green colourway. What were those Opel fruits that were not Opel fruits? The chewy ones
the Lambo.
that had the green stripes through them. That's what it reminds me.
I was surprised how many Fords
there was
made
an
it through.
airline that did a green and white colour scheme for a little while on
Who's last?
some of their cars.
Audi?
Frank
Or is it
Stickler
Christopher Haas's
second
Audi?
to last to go in the number 64 Ford Mustang GT3 Evo, the new car for this year, and the setup window has been
Yo.
opened up
Oh,
for
why they
that car,
cut?
and it's really helped them here at the Nurburgring Nordschleife. There's nothing much wrong with the car in all the other circuits around the world last year, but some tweaks. Ford Racing working with
There
their
we go.
customer teams. What would you like more of? What do we need to cut out? And with Christopher Haas
Oh yeah,
now
Christopher Haas's
rolling
team
off
going last.
in the Shara PHX Audi with the white wheels, making it look from a distance and certainly from the helicopter shot as if it's a Tamiya model on the Grand Prix circuit. Looks fantastic with those white wheels. Heading on the GP circuit at the moment. Johnny's got all the stats up and all the split times. There are 9 different splits here. The first 2 are on the Grand Prix circuit.
Yeah, so Daniel Cadet is
from
driving right now.
Split 3 onwards is where we get the cars
Still
on
wet
the
spots on the
Nurburgring
track.
Nordschleife. And a huge difference
Wait, it's the other layout. Give me a
in the
sec.
lengths of those particular splits. So 3 minutes plus
The
10
Mullenbach
seconds.
Schleife track layout. What is that? Is that here?
It's the
another
biggest
track.
split you'll ever see, biggest change you'll ever see.
808 is
in
track
split
record on this
times.
layout.
So
It's 809 by
they're
the
off
Fry in
now.
2018.
This does not
Right.
count as
So
a
we've already
time
beat that,
lap,
haven't we?
JP.
Didn't
This
we have
is
like an
this is
808 this morning?
effectively a warm-up lap.
That's right, and you have a choice actually at the end of the warm-up lap.
Explain
on
the
Grand
quali. How
Prix
does it work?
circuit.
This
You
is top
can
qualifying
pit,
3. The
but
final
actually
qualifying,
that
we've got 12
immediately
cars.
deletes one of your lap times, because the last thing the organisers
They just got a lap.
want is for drivers to just
I think
continue
2
to keep
laps.
going around the Grand Prix circuit, as we saw in the top qualifying 2 session. So it is possible to enter the pit lane via the Grand Prix circuit at any point. There's also a rule about not taking any time.
The commentators confused me with this whole can't take a lap,
for this
do Grand Prix
warm-up
circuit
and
lap.
that's to make sure that everyone's not, or certain cars aren't going very, very slowly. So you have
So yeah, it looks like
a
this morning
minimum time
they
that
were doing
or maximum
8:11s.
time that you must be beneath on
And
this
8
installation.
minutes,
Nobody's going to want to do
8
that though, because they're
is the
desperate to
record,
try
or 8
and get
minutes 9
warmth
is
in
the
the
record,
tyres,
so.
warmth in the brakes as well. Actually, the tyres might have a chance to cool down a little bit when you're going down the Dottinger
Correct.
Hall, and that's when you get hit these
it's out lap and then fast lap, that's it. Yeah, so is it only one qualifying lap?
Different tyres, don't forget, from this variety of cars as well. Braking for the Haug hook.
Thank you, Tim Gray.
What are they
Condor
talking about though
Airlines
with
was
the, or you
green
could take the Grand Prix
stripe one.
circuit and come
Very
back
good.
around?
Thank you very much indeed. Hello to Kevin Swindley, who's dividing his time between his favourite UK track. He's at Alton Park in Cheshire, and his favourite European track. Alton Park's a mini Nordschleife, isn't it?
It can be called that at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and
What?
Cadwell Park.
Oh, Cadwell. Oof.
Cadwell's the mini Nordschleife, the mini Nurburgring for sure. But yeah, sections of Alton Park. It used to be tree-lined though, far more than it is
I love it
now
in the GP
in the
circuit,
past.
right.
Before we get into
Why would you want to do that?
the fast laps as they're warming up tyres, getting them
So
under
one
pressure,
lap,
warming up
okay,
brakes.
okay.
Hello to Touring Car Magazine.
Why does it say top qualifying is 1 hour long though?
RSL_studio, hashtag 24H MBR, or
I guess by the time they do this lap, and then another lap.
N24 actually. Is there anything better than watching Nurburgring quali on a school day? Not a bad week
What's the point of quality if you get nerfed if you're too fast? I don't think you don't. BOP doesn't apply after
with a Ferrari GT2
quali, right?
and a McLaren GT3 for
Otherwise you may as well just throw
this
it.
week, shaking them down. Thanks, Mick. Hello to Loyalty and to Jesse. 10 p.m.
Right,
in his
so much to
area
learn. I
of
don't.
Australia, Dave
You're
Alcock.
telling me you can still get
Great.
VOP applied after quali?
And hello to Jim Javlis.
What's the fucking point of that?
Words. And
Alright, just throw quali then,
we've
guys.
got some special guests.
We're
in
looking for
and
P12 here.
overnight
We're looking for
the
P12.
weekend. Arjuna Kankapati and Peter Mackay will be joining the crew for some darkness chat. The Nurburgring 24 after hours. Just get a bit like that. There was one year when I think I threw it open to you as our
What's this
audience
guy waffling about?
and just said, "You tell me
Portugal
what we want to talk
BOP
about."
buff after
And
yesterday.
sat here and
Right.
bounced off the audience for
So
for
whack.
3.5, 4 hours. At RSL_studio.
Where's
Pacers,
timer? It doesn't look like- I don't think there is a
Who's
timer. I
that?
think they just
Steve
lap.
Tarrant. Hello, mate.
Look at that.
Sai is watching at midnight from New Zealand. Best weekend of the year for GT racing. Pacers, David Walter's got that one as well. No prizes for that, but thank you. 'cause that
Daniel
would open me up in the middle of the night when I
Yonkadaya.
remember what they were. They were basically flavoured plastic. Let's be honest. a lot
Thomas
of the chili
Preining
sweets
is
of our
driving for the
youth,
911.
I'm sure they didn't do us
Yeah.
any good at
How come
all,
Estra's not driving?
and wouldn't be allowed nowadays. They had more E numbers
Thought he was the GOAT.
in them than probably anything else.
You started up out of the pits and
bet
you haven't
there was
crossed
not a
up finish
single
lines.
bit of
Instead of
what
doing
would now
9-10
be
minute
called
outlet, they just do GP2.
natural flavour.
Do their outlet and go into fly. That's
in
right,
them.
right.
Right.
Why would you want to do that? I guess if you just want less
towards the end
side time,
of
or if the
Nürburgring,
rain's going to change or something.
Nobody really giving us
808 is unofficial,
any clues
according
at
to
the
online,
moment,
but
but there
2018 was
have been a
official
couple of cars
recognised,
that have
right?
closed up rather closer than I expected
Running
to
faster.
the car.
I guess
And
Estra
you're allowed
did
to
miss out on a
overtake,
lot of
by the way.
Nurburgring timing
But Danny
laps this year.
Hunkadea
Alright, we go.
is right up behind Thomas Preining. He's dropping away a little bit now.
He wants the slipstream. Look, he wants the
Weaving
slipstream.
left and right on the Dottinger Hole, which is now in bright sunshine. I mean, don't. I'll tell you what, you can't. I don't think you can go for a banker on the first lap. I think you've got to really go for it here.
That's actually Fred Verviche, I think, 67.
Oh,
He
is
was
it?
waved off first, but he's allowed Thomas Preining
Preining's gone through. Yes,
Unless
you're
he's
right.
unless Verviche has got a problem on this first lap, but it's weird.
Wait,
Because
so this lap counts
now
as your
there is a
banker?
danger if Thomas Preining has a slight mistake.
Your
here and
warm-up,
there,
that
then
counts
he's
as your
gonna be
banker?
in the
That's kind of
face
funny.
Fred Verviche for this first flyer, so it's a strange thing to do.
We're off.
Right, past us. There goes the Porsche. Downhill braking into turn one. Yeah, it is Verviche. You're right, in the camouflage. Bundeswehr camouflage car. Listen to the crowd at the Haughook. Oh, tight on the apex curb there. That was
It's
very
Daniel
close
Kadea.
to track limits, and all four
Come on.
Michelin tyres being across the white line.
Come on.
There goes the Danny Hunkadea Mercedes AMG
On
in
the
the
Merc
full
behind.
Red Bull colours. He's got a decent gap in front of him, but not much behind. And now we're going to start looking at the lap times and the splits. Remember, first two splits are on the Grand Prix circuit. Then we're out onto the Hatzenbach, down the Sabine Schmitz curve first of all, then the Hatzenbach, and then climbing for quite a long time before you plunge through the Foxhole, through Adenauer Forest, and then basically then dropping all the way down to the bridge, over the main street at Adenauer, at Breitscheid, and then climbing again.
How they
to the
both got
top
purples, huh?
of the
How they both got purples.
Caracciola Carousel, whacked, and then working your way back to where we are sitting here. Raffaele Macchiello.
Last year's
crosses the
winner's
line in
starting.
Last year's winning car with the honour, and it really is an honour here, and it's taken us.
All right, we're ending the predictions, guys.
Carries the number one.
Get shadow points in. Final chance before we end
Potentially
it.
got ahead of. No, Luca Engster did go through, as did Thomas Neubauer in the Red Bull team, Lambo and the realised Kondo Racing Ferrari, respectively. So Raffaele Marciello cautious about who was around him. He's got a nice cushion, actually, ahead and behind in the Rover Racing.
Oh, it just takes a little while to update, I see.
M4. So this is the same chassis that's being used elsewhere in the race for the M3 Touring, but in the more conventional GT3 look to it and shape. Remember that actually Rover were trying to get a couple of
Mr.
their cars
Lolly.
into the session.
Oh, no,
The
it's
number
probably not
one
him
was
driving
already
now, is it?
pre-qualified. The 99, though, had a difficulty in posting a quick enough time for Kelvin van der Linde. Therefore, it's just the one car, literally the number one car, that has made it into this session, having been pre-qualified. The 130 of Marco Mappelli's just crossed the line as well. That's the car that was driven by Nick Yellerly. Here it is.
Do you actually think they're going slow?
They're going into Goodyear
On
Kara.
purpose?
And meanwhile, here's the Ferrari of Thomas Neubauer heading out onto Hatzenbach for the first time.
Now, big commitment through Hatzenbach, third and fourth gear corners.
That
You can
45
ride the
cars
curbs in
Thierry's
some place,
team,
not
right?
others. Maro Engel's corner has
Woo!
been negotiated
He's
by
pushing.
the Ferrari, but only just. The left-hand side tyres perilously close to the edge of the curbs there. That's where Maro Engel went off. You can ride the curbs at the end of the Hatzenbach.
Oh, he's gone wide. Or is that normal?
And left, you have to stay away from the curbs. They're a little bit more.
Is that normal?
On the curb, on the car. Hello to Andrew Mather, who's tuned in.
It doesn't feel normal. I don't know if I should watch the main broadcast or watch the onboard right now.
So his notes for some Shennington gearbox karting.
Keep your eye, someone keep your eye on the Max
Gregory
onboard, on
says,
the
will
Verstappen
race
Racing
stream
onboard,
be
in
offered
case
through
something happens.
YouTube for the US.
Oh, Mars,
Tracer,
over the
who
follow.
has it in the US, you can have audio free all the way around the world on RS1 at radiolemon.co.
There is no time. It's just this lap.
.uk. I believe Ford have got some onboard cameras via fordracing.com that you'll be able to get as well. We'll give you all the details. We'll tweet out all
Yeah,
the
okay,
details.
yeah, look at this Ferrari.
Close to the edge, very close to the edge.
No, it's this corner here where he goes off.
Running in the very striking yellow and blue. And in fact, the corner after what I'm
I swear the
now calling-
commentators miss so much, but obviously they've got so much to look at. They're probably
Engel's
not always
elbow.
watching what's on the screen.
There was dirt kicked up from the tyres.
There is a tyre wall there deliberately, because that's often where a car can become a little loose, escape the confines of the racetrack.
Who's got
And
purples?
certainly
Everyone on
Thomas
screen right now
Neubauer
got
was
greens.
testing the outer limits of his door mirrors there. I don't think one of them was folded back. They kind of don't do that on a GT3 car. They could easily snap off and cause a problem for somebody in behind. That would have been Raffaele Marciello, who incidentally has just done the quickest Sector 3 time of pretty much anybody. Still got to see Frank Stippler through there in the 64 Ford Mustang, and Chris Haase, Shearer Sports Audi, which was the final car of the 12 to be waved off. So could we be waiting until that car does its second lap to be fully committed to the pole lap?
I think your point.
Did I just hear Chris Fass's Audi is currently
stack
quickest?
up at the start line, JP, was a good one.
Well,
Full
look,
fuel loads for all
Your
these
Good Day is
cars.
quicker than the
So
Porsche
these are
right
not
now. He
a
keeps
light-
getting the
light
purple after
limbo
him. So
qualifying spec. They might have rolled a tiny little bit of downforce off to get higher top speeds, but the car is going to be a tiny bit sluggish. So drive it like you stole it on the first lap, burn a bit of fuel off, but save the tyres for the second lap. Oh, thanks very much, Mr. Engineer. You know, that's your typical thing. You've got to get that compromise.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, where is it best? Actually, probably at the end of the first lap and the start of the second. But
Yeah.
you're going to be actually straddling.
It's actually
two
crazy how
laps.
much
So you've got to find a
graphics
good time
are important. Because
in
like,
the
I wish we
first
could see
half.
everyone.
The
You know what I mean?
tyres are
We
gonna
got
be
no
at their best. You
context of
were
who's
able
got
to
purple right
preheat
now.
The tyres before they were sent onto the start and finish.
feel like I'm watching
line. You
F1
couldn't take
esports
active heaters
again.
with you, but they could be within blankets that had been plugged in until seconds before, and then you go out with your mechanics on the limit again. Though Thomas Pryning
And the Porsche isn't even the first car.
nearing Brunchen
So they're
and
just
Franz
ignoring the
Garten
first car on track right now, right?
towards the Schwabenstraße
Really
of the
pushing.
lap, where it's all about straight line speed. But this is the sector where you need that little bit of downforce and the ability to rotate the car as efficiently as possible.
Incredible as he came over the brow.
The Lambo
just
Red Bull
before
setting all the
Brunchen,
purples? Wow.
With the car
Lambo's kind of came out of
four-wheel
nowhere.
drifting to
Well,
the
not
left and
out of nowhere, but
absolutely placed perfectly, riding the curbs where he can. Beyond the curbs are some block paving in areas, and you can use that. It's quite flat. There's other curbs that stick up like a low brick wall. You can't
I like how
use
there's way
those.
more cameras on
That
the
just
track
unsettles the car.
on the
Coming
24-hour
down
weekend
to the
as opposed to NLS.
Stefan Beloff S is super quick. Pick a straight line. And again, you charging downhill here. to a right-hander.
For people that are
that
shooting
is
on in,
far trickier than
this
it
is
looks.
top
It takes you
qualifying.
across a
This is to
little
set the top
bridge,
12 for
and
the
then you're
grid
braking
for tomorrow's
hard
race.
for the left-hander
Verstappen
before
racing.
the Kleiner carousel.
Daniel Kadea currently in the car
That's where
as he is the
Grello
quicker
is
driver.
now onto the concrete.
Marco Mappelli, though, 3 seconds quicker than this Thomas Preining lap in one sector. That's sector 5. He's just done a 145.9, whereas the Grello Porsche at 148.9.
Well, that Lamborghini came up the pace
Lamborghini.
very quickly earlier on the day.
All right, we
but
go.
it
We
was still
come to
quicker
the
on its
end
second
here.
lap in the hands of Nick Yellerly.
Wait, the
But
Lamborghini
of
hasn't
the
got purples.
sectors, of the 6 sectors, call it 7 sectors now that have been completed by the bulk of the field, 4 best
Come down the long
sector
straight,
times,
final 2 sectors.
including the longest one belongs to that Red Bull Team App Lamborghini Huracan of Marco Mappelli.
The longest one so far. He's
Yes,
going to do
true.
the 2.5
Oh, the other
minute one.
Lambo's quicker, that's
we'll,
right.
we'll see how good the Lambo is in that gradient change and through the twisty turny and not necessarily high grip stuff at Brunchen, Flansgarten, Ice Curver, and then the run towards Schwabenschwanz as well. But here's Thomas Preining now at Tiergarten. And
All right, Thomas Preining, the first cut across the line.
Up against us, as close
All right,
as
we
you
go.
dare to the Arco
Thomas
barrier
Preining,
there
Porsche
to the
911,
right-hand side.
the Kevin
He'll come
Estra
across the
car,
line, surely to go quicker. Well, he will be quicker just 'cause he's the first car on the road, as we've learned,
Isn't that
getting ahead of
really
Fred
slow?
Vertisch, and it's an 8:21.3. The
Time is out
benchmark
there.
time.
Right, there's time out there. Albeit that's
Frederick,
that is a heavy car.
7 seconds
I don't
off.
think we're gonna see
Buddy,
an 808
lock
then.
in. Here's
In this,
Daniel
which is
Kadea.
the
Where's he going to go?
Qualifying record. Straight through then.
P1 for now. 18,
Winwood
8:18.
and Danny Hunkadea
David Pittard, only
has
P2,
gone
1
through.
second
That's
off.
8:18 and 8:19 for KCMG's David Pittard.
Wait, just the warm-ups. Wait, so there's another
How
lap.
hard are you pushing?
There's another lap
that
now.
First lap. Now.
Oh, there is 2 laps. You guys keep lying to me.
Whatever you've got left in the fast draw, Johnny Palmer. You've
Look
got
at
to get out
Englis-
and throw it at the track.
Engsler.
This is the time. The worst you can be
P1,
is
3.8
side
seconds
of
up.
row 6.
Bro.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the furthest.
I hate when I'm right, and then I got someone in chat being like,
From
no,
Luca
there's only
Engsler,
1
though,
lap.
with another Lamborghini. This is the Red Bull team app to number 84.
Anyways, Ferrari
A car we
P2,
didn't see in
2.6
top
seconds up.
qualifying one, so it was a complete mystery as to what sort of time you might be able to do. 8:14.7, which is as quick as cars were going, SP9 cars were going at the end of standard qualifying one yesterday.
Yeah.
Thomas Neubauer in the realised Kondo Racing Ferrari goes briefly
Last year's
second.
winners
Remember, he was
P2, 1.7
well off the
seconds
road
down.
at times through Hatzenbach in the 45
Holy.
296.
Yeah, look at that
So he
Lambo.
does at 8:17.3, but
Sick.
sorting in between the
5
two,
purple
Rafael
sectors right now.
Marchello in the BMW M4 at 8:16.
Right, Lambo's cooking.
Still Exler with a 1.7.
Give them some
advantage.
BOP. What the fuck?
Still to come, Marco Mappelli. Here he comes in the green and white. Number 130 and
God
goes to
damn.
the top.
By 3
Unsurprisingly,
seconds.
If you've been watching, 8:11.6.
This
Hello.
Aston was fast
These
in top
guys at the
qualifying, 1 and
latter end
2.
of the top 12 are throwing overhand.
Lambo
Next
1
to
and
come
2 right
through.
now, and there's still another Lambo to come with 2 purples.
The team due to be the 34.
P5
He goes
ahead of
8:18.2.
Verstappen
That'll
Racing.
take him to
And the other
fifth
Lambo?
fastest for the Danish racer.
Lambo 1, 2, 3, nerf them right now.
Conrad Racing to second. So it's Lamborghini 1, 2, and 3.
Where's Christopher
GP?
Haase? Surely he
At
goes
the
ahead of
moment,
Verstappen
separated
Racing.
by 3 seconds. Then
Wow,
after
Verstappen
that, it's
Racing
the BMW
P7
of Rover Racing. We've still to
and
get a couple of cars
the
through.
Porsche 11
to finish
P9.
that first of 2 flying laps. Frank Stippler should be through in a moment. Did I just hear a Ford go through?
So there is another lap, right?
I do like Richard, who said, I love that Nurburgring Ferrari, Duck 'em Oils tribute livery.
Woo!
I know exactly
Ford
what you
Mustang
mean.
P3,
Stippy's
splitting the
gone
Lambos.
through. 8:28.
And Christopher
More to come
Haase,
from that.
where's
I
he
think
gonna
now
go?
we're just
This
waiting
is the
for
guy
Christopher
who is
Haase,
battling Max
who has
in the
managed to
first
capture a
in
couple
the NLS
fastest
races.
sectors, and it's the 2 longest sectors out there. How much has he taken from the
Like, how's the
faster guys at
Porsche
the front of the
10
field?
Well, it's gonna
seconds
be in
off?
the mix, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
To be purple through the most important sectors, and the third sector, Hatzenbach, Hohenrhein, Kittelbacher-Hohr, did that in 64 seconds, so that's there or thereabouts. Just got to get the entry now into Tiergarten correct, and it looks very stable on the brakes. There's this number 16 Audi from Scherer Sports PHX coming out of Hohenrhein to head across the line, and the Christopher Haase time will take overtake him. Waiting for it.
Vasa,
the control line takes
P3.
him third.
Good luck for the Audi
so
there.
that will split the Lamborghinis, but it is another V10.
So Lambo, Audi, Ford, Lambo, BMW, Ferrari, Aston, Merc, not a Porsche in the top 10. Is that the only manufacturer? Is that the only car not in the top 10?
14,
I'm trying to think.
and that's put him into 4th position.
BMW, Audi. Yeah.
So it's 3 V10s, mid-mounted, and then a front-engined V8. I think Mapelli and Paul have...
Okay, are they on their second flying lap now, or is it cool down then lap?
Okay, fine. Just taking a bit of time to get through. Now, fast first sector, fast 2 first sectors.
It's a Ryan P7. Okay, so yeah, the next lap's going now.
For Marco Mapelli, not content.
So I got so confused. The commentators kept talking about 1 lap, and you get 1 push lap, and then you get this lap, and then you come into the Grand Prix layout, and then you guys, some people in chat were saying 1 lap, and then okay,
two
2 laps
of fuel burn, but perhaps an 808 is possible. Certainly closer to an 810 than we currently have. That would only be shaving a second and a half from it. But Maximilian Paul's lap in the Conrad Lamborghini, mightily impressive as well. So as things stand, it is a Lamborghini front row with not that far away, only half a second back.
I guess people were referring to there's only 1 lap that matters because of this first lap being kind of a banker, but it's still 2 laps of that.
The Ford Mustangs of Frank Stippler and Luca Engstler in another Lamborghini. 3 of them currently in the top 5 positions.
Okay.
For the Raging Bulls.
Where's Prining at?
Danny
A little bit to
with
go,
fast
coming on the
times
straight now.
towards the edge
Come
of
on,
the
Daddy.
second
2 purples.
lap currently.
But that Lambo looks so
Number
quick.
3
2 purples in the
AMG
first part of the lap.
Mercedes GT3 sits in 9th position in the full Red Bull colour scheme. 818 is what he's got. He's
Oh, that Porsche is so sexy,
I
man.
think you need a sub.
Guys, if you could own any of these cars that are on track right now, which one are you picking? Ignoring the liveries, just the cars themselves.
And although
I think I'm going the Porsche, man. I think I'm going the Porsche.
About a second compared to,
And I'd go in this color. I'd keep it yellow. I'd keep it yellow.
Sector. Keeping my eyes peeled for Prining's efforts, which will come through
Honestly,
very shortly, actually, towards the
BMW, Audi don't interest me.
Sector 7.
And the Mercedes don't interest me.
I just don't think
It'd be between the Ferrari Lambo and the Porsche.
Well, the cars that are much
For
higher
car-wise.
on the timing screen so far to being able to break into, let's say, the top 3 rows.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the Ford. Anyone want to pick
So
the Ford
Mapelli,
Mustang?
From Maximilian Paul, Chris Haase and Frank Stippler is the order right now, with Thomas Preining.
Porsche, Porsche, 911, BMW.
Better weight of car, but the tyres aren't quite as good as they were on the first lap. And he's having to, he's a little bit offline there as well, working his way out of Brunchen. A big swerve, in fact, from the Manthey car.
Well, the theory coming from a number of teams, including the Aston guys, you press the tyre harder on lap 2 when the fuel lighter. And
all right, just shooting on it. These are the final laps of top qualifying 3. This will set the grid for tomorrow's race. 12 cars fighting it out.
And
Verstappen Racing currently in P9.
For passing that on from the team. I mentioned
Does not look like the Mercedes is very quick in quali pace. Does not mean that they're not good in race pace though.
Watch the karting results.
As we saw with NLS races so far this year, McLaren might win. David Waller.
British karting, and particularly for a young driver.
Stick around after top qualifying. I'm going to be staying live. We're going to be playing some Forza Horizon 6. It is release day today. But join us tomorrow. We'll be watching the full 24 hours of Nurburgring. And yes, Max will be racing tomorrow. All 4 of them will probably split equally 8 hours each.
Going quicker again here.
No, 6 hours each.
There's a 10. There's definitely a 10, possibly a 9. I'm not sure there's an 8. But my goodness me.
You reckon Max will do the start? Maybe.
Again.
He's pretty good with that, with his starts, maneuvering his cars in those first 2 races. All right, here we go. Final lap for the 911. Can it get into the top 10? P3 for now, but still 2.2 seconds off of the Lambos on its second lap. Holy, the Lambos cracked out.
Puts the Grello 911 of Manthey Racing into third position. Can he hold on to the inside of
Frederick
Here's Danny
Vervish.
as Fred
No, no.
Vervish goes 7th fastest in the 67.
Danny Yucador, second by 3/10. But doesn't matter. Everyone else is going to be improving anyway.
The two Hurricanes. It's an 8:12 on
Wow.
the nose,
I will
pretty
turn
much from the
Danny's cam
Spaniard.
off now that he's
To put
finished. But
Mercedes back on
P2 for the
front row
Verstappen
as
Racing
things
right now for
stand.
Danny Yucador.
That
Let's
is
see where
the
everyone else goes.
Verstappen racing car, the Team Verstappen racing car to the front row, but no longer because
Oh, the
Luca
Lambo,
in
Red Bull
another
Lambo
Lamborghini
takes it by
Huracan
5/10.
8:11.123.
An 8-minute lap, and they're separated by 8/10 at the moment. That's crazy. Ferrari just went up to P4. I don't know why we're not watching it. Show us everyone crossing the line. How are there 12 cars on track with 15-second gaps and we can't watch them one by one?
I tell you what, it's an 11 for the front row. I thought a 12 might
Last
do
year's
it.
winner,
And
BMW?
puts the 12 in, but at the moment, he's
P8,
on the
only
inside
P8.
of row
Yo,
two.
that's actually a good lap from Danny.
Marciello, 8th.
Ooh, okay. Rover Racing, last year's winners. Outside of row 4.
Has Christopher Haas done a second? Oh no, he's last, isn't he? All right,
Well, what
I
about
think we
Capelli?
know
Because
who's
I still
pole.
think he's got
I
enough
think we
in
know
hand
who's
to
pole.
jump
I think
ahead
you're
of
right.
his teammate, switch sides on the front row, but it could very easily
No!
be a Red Bull team app. No.
After an amazing
Just
first
falls
lap,
short.
only
By not much
P2.
at all. It's 0.3 of a second.
Behind the Red Bull
So
Lambo.
Luca Engstler
So
in the
Lambo
84
front row
car
right now.
got
But what a
barely
start!
any
What a
running
lap
to
from
qualify.
Danny.
It's not
I
decided
did not.
yet, but
I did
Lamborghini
not
looks to be
think
in a very good place.
Merck were going to be in the
It
top
was a
5
better lap than his first
after
lap
those
from
those
Capelli,
first
and he
laps.
captured 3
Oh, we still got the other
fastest
Lambo though.
sectors, but falls 3.5 tenths
Aston
behind
only
his
11th.
teammate, Valkenhorst goes
After a
through.
really good top
Nicky
qualifying 1
Team
and 2.
improves his first lap
And
time,
Maximilian
but it's only
Paul
15
stayed put in
to-
P5.
That'll be the inside of row number 6.
All right.
And is that everybody now?
Well, Maximilian
We've got
Paul
Frank
just crossed the
Stippler
line
and
in the
Christopher
Conrad
Haas up.
Lamborghini, and he stays in 5th position.
Yeah.
Again, that was an improvement. Looking very
Right,
good.
Frank
down the
Stippler's probably not
straight.
gonna be
Nottingham
doing
Hall
much on that
got
Ford
purple through that
Mustang.
final 2 sectors
Whoa,
for
Danny just
Maximilian.
absolutely
An
cooked there at the end.
8:12.256. Yeah, he was close to Nicky Team, and I wonder whether he might have been picking up a bit of a turn from the Aston. Yeah,
Frank Stippler
Oh, we were missing.
improves to P6.
Who's that?
Stippler.
That was Stippler. Where's Stippy gone to?
Sixth position.
And Haasa.
For the Mustang, but only good enough for the
Wow,
Aston.
Lambo,
Usually
3
for
cars in
these
the
events.
top
Nobody
5.
We didn't see anybody make any major mistakes. Nobody's clattered the
Right, where's
barriers.
Haasa got to go?
Everybody improved on their second lap.
At the
That's
very
not
least, though,
always the case here.
it is
How high
second
up
row.
is Christopher Haas going to get, because he's
Second
quicker than
row
anybody
for
else through
Verstappen
sector
Racing.
5, quicker than anybody else through sector
Bro,
7.
this man
The
is
Audis
loving
finding
life right
the
now.
pace in all
Battling
the
Max.
very useful positions.
Getting all the love on
They were
socials for his
talking
amazing
it
battles
down.
with Max.
They were
Can he
saying, "We
take
haven't got the
pole
one-lap pace.
for
We might
the
be
24
all right on the
hours
run, but we need it wet
of
as well.
Nurburgring?
We're not got all the pace in the dry, but where
The Audi,
will the
Christopher
Chevrolet
Haas
Sport PHX Audi
goes
comes through now.
P3
Crosses the line, goes to the inside of row number 2.
by a few milliseconds ahead of Danny Yuncadea.
Away from pole, half a second from the front row, and
Wow.
11.994. 984, excuse
Wow,
me.
so we got
And it
Christopher
doesn't go on the
Haas
front row by half a second.
and his Audi
That's
lining up
incredible.
alongside
It's
Max
mid-engine
Verstappen's
V10s to the fore, 3 of them.
Mercedes.
Lamborghinis for the Red Bull
They can't be
team at
separated,
the
man.
front row.
They can't be
Then the
separated,
Chevrolet
them
Sport
two.
PHX Audi.
And wow, Lambo 1-2, Ferrari P5, Lambo P6, Ford Mustang P7, Porsche P8, last year's winner P9. Oh wow. What a sesh. That was actually really good. I actually enjoyed that. After I realized that was the laps that mattered. But the Red Bull Lamborghini taking P1. Max should have driven for this team, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. And
Max on a Lambo would be pretty weird, I can't lie.
Speed is being able to be extracted by the relevant qualification.
Do you guys
drivers,
reckon
because
there'd be
remember, it's a
BOP
shared
applied
effort
for the
as
Lambo
well.
or no?
It's been deliberately the case to,
I don't know how
if you
all
were
that
taking a
shit
car through
works.
top qualifying 1, 2, and 3. It had to be 3 different drivers, and how much do you risk leaving it?
Yeah, I
late
think that was
for
more
not actually
Danny
getting
than the
into
car
top
though,
qualifying
because
3? But
that
Frank
car
Stippler
didn't,
is quick
that
as
Merc
anything.
didn't look
He's
anywhere
been
this
used to be quick
so
in
far
that
this
very
weekend,
Audi,
and then he
the
just
Chevrolet
kind of pulled that out of his
Sport
ass at the
PHX
end.
gone third now, part of the Hout Racing Team program, though, for the four.
Wow, this is going to be a very interesting race tomorrow. I feel like the Lambos have come out of nowhere. We've obviously got
the interloper is the Mercedes.
Kevin Vanderlitten's team. We've got Kevin Estra's team. We've got Christopher Haas's team. We've got Verstappen Racing, the Lambos, the Ferraris there as well. There's going to be a banging race tomorrow. There's the pole sitter, though.
One car.
Lambo domination incoming.
That's kind of funny though that another Red Bull car got P1. Oh my god. QTG never down. Thank you so much for the 4-month resub, dude. Appreciate you coming in with the tier 1, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that was a good session. Guys, if you enjoyed, be sure to follow down below. We will be live tomorrow. Exactly this time tomorrow, 24 hours from now. I will be live, and we'll be watching the 24 hours of Nurburgring. We'll be live before the race starts, the full 24 hours. So be sure to tune on in. But stick around. We're going to be staying live. We're going to be playing Forza Horizon 6. It is release day for Forza Horizon 6, so we've got plenty more to stream today. But we'll wait for the
as they celebrate 10 years of that paint scheme.
Post-qualifying stuff now.
Well, I think
Mouse down there with 100 birds.
Built very nicely. We've seen
I'm actually so excited for tomorrow's race.
I'll be here.
Looks like there's going to be a lot of cars in the fight.
Out on the circuit, but I actually I rather like what we did in TQ1 and 2. The pre-qualifying algorithm is still something
Verstappen's team qualified P4, guys, second row, right next to Christopher Haas.
I just take what is on the paper in front of me, and thank goodness I don't have to.
Yeah, the difference between quality and race pace
is
very different.
We get here because it's from the early NLS rounds and from the.
Fun fact, Max was starting P4 the 2016 Spanish GP. Wow. So it's 10 years since Max won his first race in F1. And that race started at
P4. The number 3
P4.
car from its win meant that that car wasn't pre-qualified. It would have been pre-qualified had it took that win.
Yes.
But all of its data was effectively gone. It's not that it was placed at the back or anything like that. It was taken out of the results.
Yes, and there was a document that was issued with these, what appear to be theoretical lap times, when you link the best sector times together from the same car. So, for instance, the 16 car got in with a lap time, and this is not on the same circuit because they used the Goodyear Schwanger for NLS races, which is only half of the Grand Prix track, but a 7 minutes 50.01.
We're going to be in front of the Haas versus Max battle. I hope, man, because those have been elite. Do you think Max is going to start the race? Or do you think they'll keep Danny in the car?
Let's just run through what we've got. It's an all Red Bull team apt Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2 front row with the
Red Bull team ABT P1 P2
car, and then the Pacers with green and white car number 130 in second. I'm going to get told off for saying that now, aren't I? Sheriff Sport and Winwoods.
And the Nicky team in the
Audi and Mercedes, the
Aston P11 and
16
Ford
and the 3
P12.
on row 2. Ferrari and Lamborghini being the Condor racing machine, and the Franz Conrad.
Home pit stops in the race. I guess it depends on how the race goes, how the race goes, right? But isn't it usually a pit stop every hour? So what, 24 pit stops roughly? Oh, my tripping.
Off and running. Last man off the start line. Maybe got the best of the conditions with the sun being out a little bit longer. Maybe there was a tiny little bit more racing rubber, but he still had to pedal that car. Not in the first flush of youth, the car. Not talking about Chris there. But he brings it home to the inside of the front row, the second row, excuse me. Then that fabulous green.
Let's just hope it goes smooth for them tomorrow, man.
Marco Bappelli driven Lamborghini. Green and white Lamborghini, green hell. 63rd year of Lamborghini this year, is it? 53rd or 60th year? Fantastic. Joe Dunn's a huge Lambo fan, feeling good. Nice to see a win after the last year, the win at Spa. Another feather in the cap, and it is a front row lockout. How about Luca Engsler's time? 8:11.123 in the satin finish Red Bull livery. I noticed when I was alongside that car the other day. It's become a thing.
Yeah, why was there no Red Bull branding on the green Lambo if the team's Red Bull?
To the airflow of the car, you'd think you'd want it as slippery as possible. I presume they've factored all that in. Luca Engstler then takes pole position for the 54th ADAC RAVENOL 24 Hours of the Nurburgring. Lamborghini, Audi, Mercedes, Ferrari,
Lamborghini,
Ford, Porsche,
La
BMW,
Lamborghini,
Mercedes, Aston Martin, and
bitch, you know
Ford
you
Mustang.
see me.
Those are the top 12. The rest of the 160 starters that we think we're going to have
Cool fits,
for
guys.
tomorrow are locked in from the earlier sessions.
Yeah, I have to play the song, I reckon.
Close, you know, at the top of the field, JP. Half of that field is within 2.5 seconds, and the top 6 are within 1.1 seconds. That's nothing, isn't it?
All right, guys, that wraps up top qualifying 3 for the 24 Hours of Nurburgring. We will be live this time tomorrow for the 24 Hours of Nurburgring race. So be sure to tune in for that. Now, YouTube, I'm ending the stream there. Come join us on Twitch, though. We are going to be staying live. We are going to be playing Forza Horizon 6. It is release day. We were playing it a little bit before. We're going to continue playing it now. So come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ponden. Otherwise, YouTube, thank you guys all for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow for the race. I'm looking forward to it. I actually cannot wait. We'll be live for the whole 24 hours, so be sure to tune in. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, YouTube.